All right. Well, it's good to know you're a dirty guy. I mean,
filthy.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I don't really do things fair because it's like, all right, so we're talking about mostly athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I consider myself in my prime a high level athlete.
Yeah.
Proficient in whatever we're doing, maybe not.
Yeah.
So if I can get another edge along with the athletic ability, it's probably going to come from cheating.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah. So it's like, is it? All right, filthy might be the wrong word. Filthy is too far, but definitely dirty.
In jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of times when like it's not always agreed on, but like sometimes they'll reset you, or like you're getting up to your feet and people like recenter, but like if the ref didn't stop you guys, like people will shoot in or jump on the back or whatever, and like that's not dirty. That's just like that's part of the game.
Like in boxing, what was that guy who Mayweather knocked out?
Oh,
because he put his hands down. It's like, yo, protect yourself at all times. Yeah, we did the touch glove already.
Yeah.
Now we're boxing again.
Right.
Yeah. Politeness is over.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in 5th grade, I was playing on a basketball team, and again, a great athlete, but I was just learning the game.
Mm-hmm.
This kid was busting our ass, right?
Yeah.
And at one point in the game, he said to me, you running down the court, he said, my rib hurts. I said, I'm the wrong one, bro. I'm in here like this on every I'm not even going for the ball or playing defense. I'm just poking him. Yeah. And he's just like, okay. He's like, let me out. I'm like, yeah. I learned a valuable lesson here.
Yeah.
People got weak ribs.
Don't be telling people.
Yeah.
Yeah, never reveal your weakness.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to see.
Yeah.
I just like to let people know that I'm injured every now and again just to see who will take a shot.
Yeah.
And then
that's when you go assassin mode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like now, it's like, all right, me and you can be cool.
I only like people that are willing to kill the weak.
You know what I'm saying? That's who you can rely on during an apocalypse.
Absolutely.
I don't need polite people during an apocalypse.
In the post game, after you guys are talking about, I had 4 rebounds. Yeah, I had 6 points. It's like, hey man, let me talk to you.
Yeah.
I told you my knee was fucked up. You never went left. Seems like you're a pussy.
Yeah. That's what I liked about Kobe.
Yeah.
He was a murderer.
Absolutely. Kill me.
Absolute sociopath.
Yeah.
Probably what made him great. Well, also probably what made him a rapist, but that's neither here nor there. That's not my business.
No.
That's not my business.
Boo. Bad.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I don't believe he did it, but I'll say anything for the laugh.
Okay. I take my boo back.
I'm a murderer, dude.
Respect. Kobe would have liked that then.
I think he would have.
I think he would have liked it.
I'm a Mamba comedian. So, real quick, do you meditate at all?
No.
No?
I smoke weed. I know I've seen people call that meditation, and I can see why.
Yeah.
That gives me time to kind of sit and do nothing, which is part of meditation in my understanding. But no, I don't think
it's more of a part of weed, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I make a Venn diagram, and I'm like, I'm doing it.
Yeah. So we've actually been starting episodes with like a couple deep inhales and exhales. Would you like to try one?
Okay. I don't. Last time I was here,
I don't breathe.
Y'all threatened my butthole. So now you're like, take a deep breath. I'm just like, why? What is it? Sure had a hole in it. I knew I shouldn't have sat here.
Well, Ansley has like a breathing technique. It's a box method that she follows.
So you breathe in for 4, then you hold it for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold it for 4.
And then that's it.
I can do that.
It.
Yeah. All right. You ready? And if you need imagery, you can focus on my sick box.
Pause. Pause.
That's fair. Good pause.
Yeah.
Very good use of the pause.
You're so progressive with your new box. Your sick box.
Sick box.
When I was driving home and I
boy.
saw a lot of people have the car that we have, and I was like, I wonder, and I was like, there's the box.
All right, so let's get this, and then the people at home can also do this breath. So we're gonna go. So Ansley, you're gonna lead us in this in and out breath.
All right, ready? So take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Breathe out. Hold it. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. And hold it. We're ready.
Okay, now we're breathing regularly. You can breathe again. Courtney.
Breathe.
I'm mad sleepy now.
yeah. That's probably the weed.
Yeah, I am also high. Y'all shouldn't be telling me to close my eyes and breathe deep.
Nobody say close your eyes, dog.
It's the thing.
I should have punched him.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
I should have got him.
That's when you do it.
Yeah, I didn't
Kept
even
threatening
look
me
I
with
didn't
your
even
box.
Look, I didn't look to see that he was weak in that moment. I'd be vulnerable in my house, dog.
Could have got your throat. Just to prove a point, I wake up and it's just like,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now we can get into this.
Yes.
All right. Once again, the Chakra Poppers are back with our guest, who is none other than the Courtney Reynolds, with his return appearance.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for doing it again, man.
Hell yeah. I ain't got
Really
shit else
appreciate
to
it.
do.
Hell yeah. That's how we book.
Hey, you're not doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
We look for the comedians with the least amount of hobbies.
Yeah. When you're not at the club, what do you do? Sit.
All right. You want to do a
my house.
podcast? Sick. All right. So, Courtney, we already been through this, so you kind of know the process of this. This is going to be different questions, but again, for those of you who are coming to us for the first time, thank you. Our goal is to prove that anybody can possibly reach enlightenment. We don't have all the answers. We just know that we're all just trying to be the best us we can be, right? And that's what we're going to prove here.
Thanks,
that
man.
just being the best us we can be is enough. We're mastering ourselves.
You are all enough, just as you are.
Well, not just as you are. I mean,
Very conflicting
When you're
messages to
trying.
open.
Yeah, try.
We're
going
going to make you better. Also, you're great as you are right now.
You are. I mean, you're not going to do it. You're not going to get better. We just want you trying. Okay. That's it.
Very mom and dad results. hey, you need to be better in school, but we do still love you.
We do.
Yes, we're going to pop open these chakras and see if we can get Courtney to reach enlightenment by the end of the episode. If he doesn't, hopefully we all get edged a little bit closer to it. Pause. We're not edging.
I'm on.
We're just trying to move closer to enlightenment.
Yes.
All right. So it starts off with we're gonna, everybody gets the same questions. We got a new opening question for the repeat guest. We switched it up a little bit. Ace, take it away.
So, Courtney, what is the best advice you've ever given?
Given. I think the best advice, I told my sister to quit her job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
She wasn't happy, man. Like, she was like working in some law place, and like, I could, like, I love my sister.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's not.
Well, you're gonna have to prove it. You convinced her to quit a job at a law place.
Well, she wasn't
now
making
you
a lot of money.
Okay.
All right. Like, they weren't paying her great, and like, that's not her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, the whole get a law degree didn't seem like it was her passion in life.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, what I knew of my sister, granted, you know adolescent versions of your sisters and your siblings, but growing up, she was into hair and makeup and that type of thing. So it's like the fact that she went the route of like law was kind of weird. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then it kind of proved positive in the fact that she was so unhappy.
Okay.
So I saw that and I was just like, quit your job and like go do what you really want to do. So now she started a soap business. She does fragrances.
Oh, nice.
And like, she's making good money. I mean, probably comparable to what she was making then. So it's
she's happy.
And she's happier. She's way happier. She wakes up at 12. You know what I mean? It's hot. It's great.
Yeah. How long ago was that you told her that? And then how long
she quit during the pandemic.
Okay.
I think.
So. That was a bad, but I mean, not timely advice, but great advice.
I mean, right? And also what's fucked up was I was telling her to quit from a position of, I'm getting unemployment. I'm like, it's good over here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So it kind of was good times.
Yeah, it was good times.
Like,
and then she didn't get unemployment.
Oh.
Not so good. So was it rough?
Like, oh shit, you better make some fucking soap.
Was it rough for a little while before she found her groove?
Not really. You guys know I live at my parents' old house. Mm-hmm. So, we, especially during the pandemic at that time, it was kind of convenient. We weren't paying crazy rent. Mm-hmm. The mortgage was considerably less. Mm-hmm. So we were okay. I held her down. She held it down.
Yeah.
Parents helped us out. But it was also a pandemic, so there was very low expectations of everybody.
Yeah.
So you could fail real loud.
Okay. That's pretty sick.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take a risk. Take a chance.
Yeah, that was the time to take a risk and find yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And all right, so with that being said, is there any advice that you give out to people on a consistent basis? Like there's what is a Courtney life hack that you share with the masses?
I mean, I think it goes along the same lines. Like, find the thing that is you, right? Like, I don't know a whole lot about you, Ace, but like you recently have picked up Jiu Jitsu, right? Within the last decade, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
How long?
7 years ago.
7 years, right? So you found something that you love that may not have defined you in your 20s. In no way defined you in your 20s. And you're passionate about it, yes?
Yes.
How good does that feel?
It's
to
great.
have another little thing in your pocket. You've been you your whole life. You've had different versions of yourself, whether it's you as an athlete, as a young child, you as a mother, you as a wife. And now in your young age, you found this extra fucking thing that has become For me, it's comedy. For Sidney, it may have been comedy for a long portion of his life.
Yeah.
And it was killing me to see people like my sister not have that and not have any route to that.
Yeah, no, it's so important to
It's so important.
and like especially like a mom having kids, you're like you can lose yourself in your kids real easy, and like that's not the role model you want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So fucking having that, go buy a motorcycle. Whatever it is.
Well, she won't let me get a motorcycle.
No, I don't. I won't let you get a motorcycle. I'm sorry, I said it out loud.
Courtney. Thank you.
My bad. I didn't mean to.
Probably good advice.
Absolutely. It'll crush your box when you wear the helmet.
Yeah.
Getting your box crushed.
I just got this box back.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, like I hate to see people not have that thing because I feel like that thing is so important to me. And I'm like, if I were anyone else seeing me being so happy with my thing, fuck, I'd be like, how are you living?
Yeah.
Like, how do you see me playing with my joyful toy and you're just like,
he got that
going to work.
Yeah, I know.
Those are in our house. Those are titties.
I'm just playing with my titties. I got titties for Christmas.
So go get yourself some titties.
Get yourself
Courtney
some
says.
Titties, man.
Get yourself some tits.
Find your titty and love them.
Yeah. That's great advice.
Yes.
Find your tits and love them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So now, Courtney, we're going to go through popping open these chakras from the bottom up. We already popped chakras one time. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper, a little bit differently into popping these chakras.
We said pause at the beginning of the
Yeah.
episode, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are starting with the butt chakra. Again,
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit deeper into the butt chakra, so it's no longer just the tip.
I know you could go deeper. Well, all right.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, Ace, take it away.
Right. So Courtney, what's your favorite bullshit?
My favorite bullshit? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
However that question hits you.
My favorite bullshit. Ooh, reasons people call out of work, probably.
Okay.
Reasons
That's
I
fun.
call out of work, probably.
Yeah.
Reasons, just like, all right, so I used to be a manager, so like people would call me with any fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One lady said, hey, I can't come into work today. I was like, oh, what happened? She was like, it's something like she didn't say memorial, but she said, my mother passed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. 2 seconds later in the conversation, she's like, yeah, it was 30 years ago. I'm like, come to fucking work. What are you talking about?
Mad respect. Mad respect for that lady.
How do you pull that one out? My grandma died during the Carter administration, so I'm taking the day to celebrate. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you feel like as a manager, are you like you say okay, or are you like
Yeah. I mean, the company I was working for, it was almost like I couldn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, I guess I'm working a double today. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Can't fire you. Cool. I hate this place.
Yeah. All right. So do you have Do you have like a, I don't want to say top 5, that's a little too much pressure, but is there like a top 3 excuses out of work that you have that you've heard? And you can even include your own.
Oh, I'll probably give you my own. Mine are actually, I think mine are good. They're not as wacky and ridiculous. They're like practical, legitimate, and possible.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so at one point, same job, I probably only called out at that position twice.
Okay.
Right? But the one time I called out, it was like, yo, my car got towed.
Yeah, car trouble.
I'm in New York.
Yeah.
My car's been towed. My car wasn't towed. My car got towed like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I had gotten it back, but I was like, that's fresh in my mind. I'm just
Yeah.
like, that was a horrible day.
Yeah.
And it took me 12 hours to get anything done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
feels like everyone feels bad for you too.
But worse off is that happened on my day off where I couldn't even like use it
yeah.
to manipulate.
But the whole time it happened, you're like, man, imagine if I had to work today.
Yeah. And then one day I woke up late and I was just like, it feels like I'm in New York and my car is towed. Like, it feels that way. I identify as a person. I'm in the Poconos.
I love the idea of identifying as someone whose car was towed.
Yeah. I remember this feeling from a few weeks ago. My heart is at the same rate. Yeah. My car's towed.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm still shaking my fist to the heavens.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to be able to come in for
I'm dealing with the trauma of 3 weeks ago. Can't come in.
Yeah. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's
It's a good one. Yeah.
That's a fun one. Do you have any more?
Oh, man.
Because that's a very good pragmatic call out.
I feel like I always go with something that has happened. Ooh. All right. So in college, I was supposed to go to a class, or maybe I was doing an assignment. It was an assignment that was due.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it. I didn't do any of it. Never started it. I got it 3 months ago. Never started it. I told my teacher, I was like, yo, I couldn't make it to turn in my assignment. Oh, this is fucked up. I just had a baby.
Ooh.
I just had a baby, and we were struggling to keep things going together, and I just never got there. But I can come next week after everything's good with the baby. And he was like, absolutely, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you get a congratulations. You didn't do your
But
homework.
it's freshman year, and nobody ever saw that fucking baby because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Was there a gender reveal?
Yeah. No, we're very practical.
Yeah.
We're good people.
Okay. Yeah. That's, and that's at that. College professor has to respect that from a young black man.
Yeah.
It was a creative writing class. No.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I think back to that a few times a day, or a few times. It's like, oh fuck, I really told somebody I had a
And that never came back to bite you? It
No,
was never like,
no,
let me see a picture. Let me.
No, because again, it's one of those things where it's like, it is kind of a cultural thing, having kids at a young age. Because you were freshman year, sophomore year?
I was at an HBCU, and it was one of like 5 white teachers.
Got him. Got him.
Hey, let me corner you real quick with some black stuff. So let me, you want me to be a bad father from the start? Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. I'm going to my African American Studies class right now to talk about you.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, I'm just surprised it's your first. It's like, dude, half of my class just had a baby. Get your ass to class. Nice. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sheila had a baby in class.
Yeah, 3 of my students had their babies here. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I guess I have nothing.
Yeah, HBCU is also a daycare. What are you talking about? All right. So what else? So if you can just find in your deepest mind for one more, just you don't have to. We can move on if you want to.
Another good excuse. It sounds bad because it's very often it's just me being lazy and then putting a lot of effort into covering up that laziness.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like I overslept, or I didn't leave in time, or I didn't calculate traffic. but like, boy, am I about to spin this lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, I've been late on a date one time, 2 hours late for a date.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Were you meeting her somewhere?
You basically stood her up and then
yeah.
had a new date.
Yeah.
I said it.
You rescheduled.
I've never felt more horrible. But also, you know, cheers to that young lady. She stayed and waited and, you know, didn't go well. The date went well.
Yeah.
Date went great. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, man, you should have left.
Yeah.
For sure. Where was she waiting for you?
At a bar in New York City.
Oh man.
And it was it was not a very poppin' bar.
No.
So like these 3 old white guys, and she was a white lady too. So they came and talked to her.
Yeah.
But like not creepy, but
Yeah.
like, hey, young thing, how are you? What are you doing? That type of vibe.
Yeah.
And she told him the whole bit. Oh yeah, I'm waiting on this guy. Just met him. He's just a few minutes late. She did that for 2 hours.
Okay.
So by the time I walk in the bar, they're like, wait, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Why'd you keep her waiting here? I'm just like, oh, these your uncles?
Yeah. Guys, it's a cultural thing.
Yeah. Race card right here.
Yeah.
I got it. Don't worry.
I just had a baby. All right, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I consider that a root chakra popped.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
I'd be
was-
lying.
Yeah. All right, Ace, take it away. Let's get to this next chakra.
All right, we're to the sacral chakra.
That was like Zion Williamson trying
Yeah.
to pronounce lackadaisical. All right, let's
And
get
he
it.
just breezed past that too.
Dude.
Didn't go back.
You gotta.
Didn't go back. I'm big enough to not
made-
have to make corrections.
He made a new word.
Yeah.
I say it like that from now.
Listen to
Lackadaisical. All right, let's go, Ace.
All right, so Courtney, when or why have you felt the most lost?
We did it again. We just got done doing Courtney's Patreon episode. So much fun. $1 gets you all of our exclusive content on our Patreon, which not only includes the counter to this podcast, which we call Chakra Poppers After Dark, but we also do some fight commentary and analysis on Ansley's Jiu Jitsu matches, and you can come check that out. We have one up there now called Crazy Cat Lady. Very fun episode with Ansley's most controversial match ever. So
Yes.
go check that out. And you gotta check out Courtney's new podcast, the Pumpkin Eater Podcast.
Yeah.
First episode, No Man Left Behind. Such a great time. Courtney, did you have fun here today, man?
I had so much fun. I always have fun, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this was the best.
Yes.
This is the best. And now, guys, we're gonna get back to this episode and we're gonna find out when or why Courtney felt the most lost.
All right. Physically,
However,
If
it
you
hits
want
you.
to.
I was in Denver, Colorado. I was at a comedy show, of course, and I had booked my room, or I had a room for 2 nights, but I was there for 3 nights, right? So 2 nights are up. I check out in the morning. Of course, I leave my bags there because I'm like, all right, I'm going to go pal around the city. I chose that day, pal around the city and like go do my shows. And then the night will come. I'll fuck around. I'll make it to the airport by 6. All good.
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent plan. For whatever reason, oh, yes, I lost my phone.
Okay.
Ooh.
I lost my phone in a cab, and that cab goes to wherever the fuck it goes. So then I go back to the hotel, I get my bags, and I take them to the airport. Mind you, it's like 6 p.m. I take them to the airport, drop them off there, and now I go on a quest to go try to find my phone. So I am on Denver Transit with no GPS, no maps, no nothing, trying to track down a taxi company
Yeah.
to see where they are so I can physically go to them.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm in Denver, Colorado, so I'm the highest I've been in quite some time.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Because
ask.
honestly, backtracking all of it through like maybe the next day, I was like, why did I do that? And then why did I compound the situation by doing that? Anyway, by the
Like
end,
highest weed wise and altitude.
and
wise,
altitude,
by the way.
making all the worst decisions. My
Yeah.
blood is thin. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
and like I'm like literally walking miles. I think when I got home, my step count was 32,000 steps.
That's a lot of steps.
through Denver, Colorado, between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's 3 days of walking.
Yeah.
That's 3 days of walking. So I'm like literally just walking through all over the place. Like I bummed a ride from a guy.
You hitchhiked.
I
I
hitchhiked one time.
Denver
Yikes.
is still like a hitchhiking state, though.
Yeah.
Dog, I
still
should
get
not. I should not have made it through that episode.
Yeah, first of all, hitchhiking is terrifying for two reasons. It's terrifying for both people.
Yeah.
Because both people should be terrified.
Yes.
Like, nobody should trust anybody that will let a stranger in their car, and nobody should trust anybody that, as a stranger, would get into a car.
I agree.
Also,
100%.
I clearly have no one who loves me. It's just like, help. It's like, nah, everybody else in your life gave up on you. I'm about putting you in my car.
And it's like, and he's getting in the car in like our current future with no cell phone.
Yeah.
No cell phone.
Yeah.
It's like, no, don't worry.
What is this guy?
Nobody needs to contact me. Let's just go.
I don't know. That was. I definitely felt very lost, but amazing concept of time. Made it to my flight.
Okay.
Everything was fine. I made it home. My entire family was worried about me though, because nobody could call me, nobody could reach me.
Yeah.
My girlfriend at the time was like putting an APB on Facebook.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I had an uncle in Colorado who was like looking for me, physically looking for me.
Wow.
And then I get to the airport in New York and I get to a phone and I call somebody. I'm like, hey, I'm all right. Can you come pick
payphone?
me up? I think I just used one of their phones at the airport.
Yeah.
And my family was so upset. But all in all, a good day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever get your phone back?
No. That phone was gone. Like,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. The way I lost it was that's what it was. I was going to the airport. So I had him take me to the airport. I left my phone on the thing. And so I'm at the airport dropping off my stuff. That's how I went. I'm dropping off my stuff. And I lost the phone. And now I'm at the airport thinking like, all right, now I can relax. I did the final plan of my step.
Yeah.
The final step of my plan. And then it blew up.
Did you ever even make it to the cab headquarters?
I made it to the cab headquarters. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. And well, actually, I made it to a cab headquarters. Who fucking knows?
He was at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
He just high as fuck
I
at a
counted
Starbucks.
it. I was like, mission complete. I did it. I felt at a certain point, like halfway through the night, it felt more like I had to complete this mission.
Yeah.
There,
You thought you were
I
a
can't
detective.
turn back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I then took 4 buses, spoke to 7 crackheads.
Yeah.
Like I am gonna see this through, and I still have 6 hours to kill.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
it. So I get there and I'm talking to every Haitian immigrant in Denver, and they're all telling me, "No, I don't know who that is." I'm like, he was a short, fat, round, black guy. And then like 4 of them walked in. Him? No, kinda. Maybe.
It was kind of him.
It was kind of him. Part of him did the shit. Part of him drove me to the airport. I know it. So yeah, I was so lost and so poor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I also had no money. So it's not like I could have taken like an Uber.
Yeah.
I didn't have a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have taken another cab, but I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like parsing out these last $50 trying to take bus to get to this location.
Yeah. I think I would just be homeless in Denver.
Forever?
This
until
close.
you found me.
So close.
Yeah. Was your boarding pass on your phone, or how did you get?
I had a physical boarding pass.
He was poor.
Hey.
Sometimes it's lucky to be poor.
Yeah. That he was poor. I heard a little. You looked at your wife like, oh, he is poor.
Sometimes it's lucky to be poor.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sometimes better be lucky than be good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wow, man, that was lucky.
Yeah.
That was lucky.
You made it.
I haven't even seen a physical boarding pass in years.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I didn't say I'm not poor. I just wasn't that poor. You know what I mean?
They'll print them out
You
for you
didn't
at the
make it
airport
better.
now.
Yeah, but you need ID and stuff. You need
Yeah.
something. Oh yeah, I
Your
guess
card.
I guess you had your wallet still.
Yeah.
Wallet.
Oh, he was poor.
I guess you had
I
your
just pulled a
your pocket
Chipotle
folder
card out of a
rolled
raw
up ball.
pocket.
Yeah.
Like 7 minutes ago. I don't have a wallet.
Of a raw pocket.
Out of a raw pocket. I was just like, hey, found a piece of plastic. Maybe it's worth something.
Nice. Hell yeah. Chakra Pops.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a great tale of being lost.
Yes.
So lost.
Yeah, that's a
And
staple.
shouts out to the Denver comedy community who really like got going on making T-shirts with my face on it. They were just like, he's dead. He's dead. Yo, hey, don't even come looking for him. He's in the ground.
Yeah, R.I.P. Hell yeah. All right, Ace, take it away.
All right, we're to the solar plexus. So, Courtney, what's a time that you let somebody have it?
Dang. There's so many times I've wished I let somebody have it.
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not that aggressive of a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm very like jiu-jitsu would be perfect for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, overdoing it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be the aggressor going at somebody. So, like the one time this dude hit my car in traffic in New York City. He's in like I don't remember, it was like a Sprinter van or a Jitney van or whatever it was. And he hits my car, just not really crazy, just brushes it. And I'm pissed. I get out the car real angry. I tell him to come over to the car, and he pops out the car, and it's this like 5'6" Mexican dude, and he speaks English. He's totally fine.
Yeah.
But like, I was just immediately, all the gusto went out my heart. I'm just like, so I like lectured him.
Yeah.
I won't hit, but I will give you a fatherly tongue lashing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the conversation, I was just like, hey man, be better. Make better decisions. But like, that's as bad as it got. And that's as bad as it ever is for me. Like, I've been in like no fights, a few fights in my life. Maybe
Yeah.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know.
So you don't raise the voice at all?
Nah.
Do you point?
Nah, like I have so few altercations that warrant that level reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the only time I can ever remember myself going full baritone, 20 decibels.
Yeah, they can get you though. They
You know,
they have a way of getting under your
But
skin.
that I feel like you're playing with my heart, and I actually care about you. So
Yeah.
that, in whatever sick way, justifies that action. But if it's some dude, like, I don't love you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not about to fight with you. I don't care about this interaction, and literally, it will not affect my life if I don't react.
Can you remember? I mean, and again, I'm not trying to dox any person out there, but can you remember your most explosive girlfriend confrontation where you were like being not the aggressor in a way that you were hitting her?
Yeah.
We got to be very
I've
particular.
never aggressed a woman in my life.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, screaming, the leave me alones, the me walking outside in my underwear because it felt like a safer place than in the house.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, there's that. And, you know, you just kind of, I can't imagine myself going to that level with anyone else.
What is the closest you've ever come to crying while arguing with a girl?
Oh, I cry.
Okay.
I cry. Hey, I'll cry on you. Like, I cry. Like, I feel like, all right, in an emotional argument with my boys,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy for me to stay composed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I can go with facts. I can go with things that matter.
Mm-hmm.
When you're arguing with your woman,
Yeah.
facts don't matter.
Mm-mm.
So that's frustrating,
Yeah.
right? And then it's just like, I want this to be over so badly.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, we're going nowhere. It's hour 6.
Hour
I cry. I start to cry.
Yeah.
It's like torture.
It's torturous at
Yeah.
a certain point, especially because I'm not as much as I love a podcast, I'm not a long-winded person in a real argument.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I kind of say what I'm saying. If I need to apologize, I find a way to apologize. My thing was I never said the word sorry.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was apologetic. You know, I found a way to do the thing, wrap it up, put it to the side. Let's go deal with whatever. But when you're dealing with a woman, she's not finished. And they it's like they think about all the times they've had sex and they didn't finish. And they're like, no. I'm gonna finish this argument. I see you busted off. I got 6 in me.
Yeah. I think that's the real woman orgasm. I don't think you can actually have an orgasm sexually.
She just
I think the orgasm is watching her man almost cry in an argument that they're being illogical in.
Yeah.
I'm a big. I will leave like when I feel the tears coming on, I'll leave the room and then I'll come back. And sometimes like I'll come back to say something, but I'm not ready yet, so I have to leave the room right away again. Like many times I'll like come in like not yet, leave, come back, leave. I'll do like shuttle runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm arguing with Ansley, my footwork is sick.
We got checker boxes in the hallway. All right, so what I was I'll be back.
All right, well that's good. I think we got out of that. What we can get out of that. That's a chakra pop.
Yeah.
That's a solar plexus chakra pop, and that kind of leads into the next chakra anyway. So we might as well stop that one now and get into the next one, right?
Yes.
So the next one is the heart chakra. Ace, take it away.
Tell us about your deepest heartbreak.
Aw. Burn some sage.
Yeah. Burn some sage.
My deepest heartbreak. This is gonna sound cold. I kind of rate them all the same.
Okay.
In a way, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when something ends, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it some more thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I prefer for people to take their time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with this question right here.
Yeah.
You don't rush to the first thing that comes to your mind.
No, because it's not like we were talking about girlfriends, but I don't think it's always, girlfriends.
Yeah, I am. That's what I was thinking.
Deep,
I'm like, I do feel like I'm only thinking girlfriends, right? But my deepest heartbreak would definitely be my grandparents dying. And obviously, they died years and years apart. My grandpa recently died. My grandmother died many years ago. That one hit super hard. Right?
How old were you?
13, 14.
Yeah.
You know.
It's tough to have a grandma go.
Oh, man.
And then you're left with only your granddad.
Yeah.
He's not the same.
Yeah, because she liked you more than him.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to. She did the liking for the both of them.
Yeah. 100%. So, but then, all right, so that on top of that is like, all right, my grandmother died when I was like 14 years old. And that means I had another 15 years with my grandfather, right? And it was so heartbreaking that we never blossomed that relationship further. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I loved my grandmother so much. I loved my grandfather just as much. But the relationship was certainly different. So 15 years later, my grandfather has a major stroke. And he's nowhere near capable of doing that. And it made me feel like, oh, man. Like I kind of might have missed out on like, I don't know if you might be able to relate, but black men bonds with their patriarchal family members seems in my experience has been rocky. And
Agreed.
I watched my father kind of try to work his own with his father before he died and not really get to it, so then watching my grandfather do that, and I was like, damn, I never really fixed that bridge there. Not that anything was super wrong, but we didn't make it a perfect picture.
Yeah.
And then, even now that saying that out loud, it's like, damn, could I do that with my own father? You know what I mean? Or are we going to wait till he's 90 and I'm like trying to take him to Brazil? You know what I mean? Whatever that means. So, yeah, it's heartbreaking to watch. And it's also heartbreaking to think about the future.
Yeah.
And it repeating itself,
Yeah. Yeah, my dad and I kind of had our, as close as we're going to get recently. And it ended with us both saying at the end of the conversation, I respect you.
Whoa.
I respect you too, Dad.
Oh, yeah. You ever cry with your dad?
I mean, and I think about that all the time. It's like I feel like when he dies, there's a lot of pressure on me to not cry at his funeral for him. Like, you know, you want to mourn your father, of course, but I feel like the proper way to mourn him for him would be to handle it in a stoic manner. You know, but it's
I would see like not crying at my father's funeral. Hopefully I don't have to cry, because I feel like the only reason I would cry is because I haven't made everything whole, or I haven't made everything right. I didn't have that eye to eye, we respect each other conversation yet. Well, I kind of have, but you know what I mean? That magnitude hasn't happened. So I'm like, I think not crying would be like, all right, hey, we did it. You're in the ground and shit, but we are good.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I feel like my dad tries to keep like a certain distance between him and his sons.
That sucks.
So that they don't cry at his funeral.
Yeah,
you know, he doesn't want to get so close that it makes us cry when he dies.
I want to be in my father. No pause.
Yeah. Now we're gonna pause on that. But actually take a quick intermission.
I want to be super close.
All right. I mean, that's a chakra pop.
That was nice.
Yeah, thank you. That was I got a little misty eyed during
Yeah. I was trying not to
It's
get
so
the voice
touchy.
crack.
Yeah. I hope my dad's not watching.
I looked around 2 times. I'm like, they ain't even got no fucking tissues. So.
We do have tissues.
All right,
For
cool.
this question right over there.
Cool.
2 boxes right next to you.
And those are warm. But yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ace, keep it moving.
All right, we're to the third eye chakra.
No, we're not.
No, we're to the throat chakra.
Yes,
I'm
we
sorry.
Can't be skipping chakras.
You'd explode if we did that.
The man of order.
Yeah. So, Courtney, tell us a time that you were manipulated or tricked.
Shit. Never me, player. You hear me? I ain't never been tricked not one time.
Yeah.
And I work for a very low wage right now. Extremely low.
I am currently.
Matter of fact, if we could clip this part up and I can send it to my HR department. Hey, y'all fucking with me.
Yeah, he just had a baby.
I just had a baby. My 3rd baby this month. I mean, I got into this job. So it's the same job I've been working, but I've switched into new positions, right? So I was a manager at one point. Now I'm an entertainment director. And so when I walked into the position, they told me it would be one thing. And, you know, I actually got a pay cut.
Oh, no.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I'm being honest, I looked at like the move was like they kind of gave me an ultimatum. I was doing a great job as a manager, in my opinion, but there were personnel issues. I wasn't meshing well with the people that were incumbent, like the people I was in charge of.
Yeah,
bunch of old ladies.
Which
that
is
mean.
the job of a manager.
That is literally the job of a manager.
But in my opinion, I was doing a great job.
The shifts were covered, the paperwork was done, the schedules were made. Fuck those little people. Anyway, but like, so they were like, "Hey, we do still like you, and we would like to keep you in the company. How about this other position?" So they offered it to me, but it came with a pay cut, and I was like, "All right, I kind of see what this is. It's all right. I'll do it." So I did it, but I told them, I'm like, "Yo, if I exceed what this job has ever been, and if I deliver, y'all gonna have to fucking pay me."
Yeah.
Right? Like, pay me. So I get in there, I kill it for like 2 months, and then we go back to the table, renegotiate. And I'm like, "Hey, I want $38 an hour." That's what I thought it was worth. I honestly think it's worth about 56, and that's like a whole lot of math goes into that.
Okay.
So I whittled it down to like Pennsylvania's level. I'm like, all right, our hometown discount, $38 is what this is worth. They came back to me and they said, we can't do anything like that, but we can reinstate what you used to have on an hourly level.
Okay.
Because I was salary at one point.
Yeah.
So now they're like, all right, we'll give you the salary rate at an hourly level. I was like, all right. I was like, that works out to much less than 38, but it's this number in my backyard. All I'll work with y'all. 80-hour weeks, 80-hour checks. So I'll be all right. Then in the middle of nowhere, like they kind of shortened it to where I only work like 2 or 3 days a week.
Oh.
So what they're getting is a very high level. Like I'm the entertainer there.
Yeah.
So and there's no other actual entertainer there.
Yeah.
They're getting a very high level entertainer at the price of literally nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of caught on doing all the most important days.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to be nice, but it's like, I kind of feel like I'm being screwed here. Like you guys are getting a high value for nothing. And also I'm not getting what I signed up for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like I got shafted in that deal.
Yeah, I think they're racketeering.
I think they might be.
Yeah.
I think they are.
We just learned that word
working the
yesterday.
system.
Is that? I was hoping you'd explain that so I could give it to them.
Can you
Hey.
explain racketeering?
They are getting goods for less than their worth, or services.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also near illegal.
Near illegal.
So it's like, not quite racketeering, but if they were really giving you like illegal wages for, that would be them racketeering. They're making too much profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So there is a way to prove that, like what profit they're making and everything, but I'm not totally concerned with that. It's just a matter of, in concert with other entertainers that are being here.
Yeah.
On the same stage, you're paying me $20.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying them $200.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's a little shisty.
Yeah, on your side. Sleep on your side.
yeah.
With your eyes
For my
open.
spine?
You want to have lumbar
Well,
support?
what about my ego, Sidney? Fuck my spine. I can never walk again. Do you think I'm good at my job?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I kind of feel a little manipulated and shafted. And it's also because I want the best for especially the area that we're in. You know what I mean? My Pocono town.
Yeah.
I want something to happen here of value, and I feel like I can affect that. So it's like I feel like they're using that against me. I'm like, I'm gonna stay a little longer.
Yeah, you got too much heart, dog.
I got too much heart. I'm a really good person. You're a nice guy.
I wonder what Kobe would say about that.
He'd be like, kill them.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to get too much deeper into that. I think you did a good job of explaining that situation without throwing your job under the bus.
No, I don't.
completely.
I love the job because
Yeah.
I'm basically just being a comedian all day.
Yeah.
But it just feels a little.
Yeah.
You paid this DJ.
A DJ.
Ew.
He's just like playing his Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
off mic, I will tell you a number that they gave to a comedian. And then I will tell you the number that they gave me to do a very similar show. And you will ask me why I stay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll consider that a chakra popped.
Yes.
And then maybe you guys get to find out on the page. No, you won't. We're not putting that information out to the public at all.
It was.
Yeah. So, all right, Ace, keep it moving.
All right. Now we're to the third eye.
Got him.
Now we're to the third eye. So, Courtney, what's your favorite thing to get jealous about?
My favorite thing to get jealous about would probably have to do with comedy and seeing a crowd and love a different black guy.
No, so let's get
Very specific.
Yeah, let's get a clarification. So when you say a different black guy, you don't just mean a different human. You mean like a different type of black guy, like a different demographic of black guy.
Both.
Okay.
Both. I feel like even like when I first started comedy, and I don't think jealousy is a negative word.
Mm-hmm.
I think jealousy is something that should motivate you in a way, right? Like, like if I'm see Sidney sneakers and I'm like, I like those sneakers. Damn, I wish I had those sneakers. That is in itself jealousy.
Dude, a black man being jealous of my sneakers?
Yeah.
Hey,
I
isn't
went with
that-
something out of this world.
Yes. Yeah. It's never happened before.
I was. Pan down.
Yeah. I don't pick the best sneakers.
I really am convinced that Ace picks his sneakers.
No. Listen,
I don't think that was a compliment.
I know it wasn't.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, and this is a little inside baseball, but I literally pick my sneakers based off of whether or not if Brian Fennell saw them, he'd be like, "Oh, those are cool shoes."
I want to tell you that that's where you're going wrong.
I
love Fennell as much as the next
It's all
man.
I got.
But if you're waiting on a white man's approval for your sneakers, you're absolutely doing it wrong.
But it's a particular genre of white man where he's close enough.
Love you, Brian. This is not your job. You are not qualified for this. You could have said Daryl Charles. I'd have been like, all right, cool. All right.
Both former guests on the show. You can find both their episodes on the show. Love them both.
Love them more than anything. However, you're going to the wrong people. All right.
All right, so let's get back to this question. Here's how I want to do this. So what genre of black person are you? And then what genre of black people do you find the jealousy comes out of?
I don't know if it's the genre that spikes the most jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
It for whatever reason, it's like the.
Yeah, Ansley, why didn't you ask that question I just asked? Why didn't you ask her against what genre of black person it
I'm still getting over the fact that he thinks I pick out your shoes.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, you don't even know how to be offended or if you should be offended about that.
Is that accurate? A little. Is it hurtful? A little. I saw him wear Velcro once. I'm just like, oh man.
The worst part is that our son picks out shoes exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, if that's what you want.
We're gonna get him a cool uncle. Yeah.
But my brother, he's the shoe guy.
Okay.
He's the shoe guy.
Okay.
And so he does have an uncle that can steer him on the right track.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I wasn't that concerned for the boy.
We got him a pair of Jordans once.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we did the right thing.
My parents never got me Jordans, and look how I turned out. Closet fucking full of them. All right, it's ridiculous. I could have a car. What were we talking about?
The
Oh yeah.
I can't. No, I don't know. I don't remember either.
I don't know. Could we skip this one? Nah, all right. So when I first started comedy, right? I would kind of you measure yourself up against other comedians, right? And I'm not measuring myself up with white guys originally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would kind of line myself up with you, with Cotton, with Derek Gaines, and be like, oh, they like him for this reason. They like him for that reason. Oh man, I'm really jealous of Sidney's confidence. I'm really jealous of Derek's mobility. I was jealous of Cotton's joke writing. You know what I'm saying? It was something to be jealous about, but it was also something to make Voltron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's I don't see jealousy as a bad thing. Jealousy can be the basis of a friendship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If used properly. I remember one time I saw Sidney host, may have been a showcase at Helium. And at that point, every host I'd seen had kind of come out and done the same kind of, hey, where you from? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Very rarely did you see, maybe him and Cotton were probably the only ones that were they came out, they did a set.
Yeah, we had a very different approach to it.
You know what I mean?
Cotton and I it's funny that you mentioned me and Cotton because we really planned that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sat down and talked about it and devised how we would host.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And me earlier on, and maybe even now, I consider myself a host. So I'm just like, man, when I try to do more like that. It wasn't that way, but it was that's the way. I even came up to you after the show. I'm just like, man, I really appreciate that you gave a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the jealousy was, man, he's rocking this crowd in a way that I haven't done before as a host. I'm so jealous of this moment. I wish I could have figured this out first. And then I make Voltron.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, well, from now on, I will focus more on doing a solid set up top, not 40% crowd work, 60% figuring it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 90% prepared.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah. Jealousy in my favor.
All right.
I read something recently about emotions that was talking about like we use jealousy and envy wrong. Like envy is the feeling of when somebody has something and you want to go take it.
Right.
And jealousy is more of what you're describing of like looking at it and admiring what people have.
Yeah, it's an admiration more so. You know what I mean? And also, I'm super competitive.
Yeah.
So some of it might not be healthy. Might not. But I do think I take a healthy approach to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to move off this because I got too many compliments in that one. I just
Let's go.
Oh, we gotta
Your
get it. Oh,
hair
thank you. All right, now we can get a little deeper. All right, yeah, that's a chakra pop.
I think we started that with telling you that your sneakers also suck.
I
So it's a
know,
nice
yeah.
sandwich.
Hell yeah. All right, that was a throat chakra popped.
Yes.
Ace, keep it moving.
So we are to the crown.
We did it again.
So Courtney, when do you feel most connected?
Most connected. What does that mean?
However it hits you.
Most connected. Sitting on the couch. Oddly, like, I don't know if that's even. No, that's not the right answer. When do I feel the most connected? Probably when my entire family's intact.
Okay.
Mom, dad, sister. Like, that's it.
That's enough.
Not the rest of them. Stay home.
Yeah.
When you say intact, you mean together.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it kind of just feels good.
Yeah.
It feels whole. It, you know, I don't think I would really consider myself a family man because even like when we are all together, it's not like I'm like up under them like, hey, let's watch football, Dad. Hey, Mom, bake some cookies. Like it's not like that, but it just feels like an exhale.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I know where everybody is. I know my dad didn't fall down this morning. My mom's fine. My sister's in her room. Peace. You know what I mean? Like I feel good.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, hopefully everything else in my life is going well. But if that's there, it's a nice grounding thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty succinct. Do you have any follow-ups to that? I mean, because it just reminded me of our Thanksgiving. You know, it was our whole entire family wasn't there, and we were going through a little bit of a family drama situation. But even with that being the case, the spirit of them were there. Because you know we were discussing some of the drama, and even though they weren't there, they were there in name, in business.
And name and fuck shit.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
It was fuck shit, but we love them.
Yeah, but I still left feeling like recharged.
Yeah.
As like I don't know. It was a time that for somehow reminded me of who I was. You know, and I think I left that Thanksgiving with a whole new energy towards like going after my goals.
Yeah. Like my parents live in Jamaica now, but every now and again they'll come up, maybe spend a month or two, and they just recently all left. And you know when they were there, I was like, yeah, man, I can like really like. I started a podcast. You know what I mean? I felt more connected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where it's like everything's intact. I can go focus on something else now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I set up a whole studio similar to this in my basement. Like I did something I've been talking about for a year.
Yeah.
And I finally did it. Why? Because I felt like home was taken care of. So
And your podcast is still popping?
podcast just started. Episode 1 just came out, man.
Okay, what is the podcast?
It's called Pumpkin Eater Podcast, talking about cheating, scheming, everything in between.
Nice.
Hell yeah! Does that fit on brand? It should.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm curious
I can't wait
too.
to listen
Yeah,
to
right?
it. Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Hell yeah.
Pumpkin Eater Podcast, episode 1. What's episode 1 called?
No Man Left Behind, man.
Hell yeah!
Very fun. I have my friend Kevo come on there. We talk about the first time I got arrested.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He left me.
Yeah. Oh, he was there? He was
there?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, all right. Definitely check out Courtney's podcast, Pumpkin Eater Podcast.
Hell yeah.
Episode 1, No Man Left Behind, although one man was left behind.
Yeah.
I left.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on top of that, we'll consider that a shock or pop. That was the crown. Courtney, how do you feel, man?
I feel loose.
Yeah?
Nice.
I feel a little misty-eyed. F you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel good.
All right, we'll see if we can fix that on the Patreon. And do you have time to stick around for the Patreon?
Y'all paying?
I'm
kidding. I'm kidding. That got too real.
It's only 5 minutes.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'll be here.
And by the way, our Patreon is $1 a month. Gets you all of our exclusive content on our Patreon, which not only includes the counter to this podcast, which we call Chakra Poppers After Dark, but we also do some fight commentary and analysis on Ansley's Jiu Jitsu matches. And there is one up there right now on a very controversial match that Ansley had. It went to a ref's decision. Ansley ended up not getting the nod, but it was a very controversial not getting the nod. So check that out. It's called Crazy Cat Lady. And it's such a fun episode. Other than that, check out Pumpkin Eater Podcast with Courtney Reynolds, man. I promise you. I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but I promise you it's going to be worth your time.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you, and we are out.
See ya.